A mysterious glow in a dark laboratory leads one professor to see inside the human body for the first time in history. Stick around to discover how one accidental discovery revolutionized medicine forever and why the inventor died broke despite changing the world. It's November 8, 1895. The sun has set over Würzburg, Germany, and Professor Wilhelm Röntgen is alone in his laboratory. He's 50 years old, running experiments with cathode rays and vacuum tubes. It's the kind of work that sounds boring to everyone except physicists. But tonight, something impossible is about to happen. Röntgen covers his cathode tube with thick black cardboard. He darkens the room completely. When he sends electricity through the tube, no light should escape. But as he turns away to grab his next piece of equipment, he sees something that stops him cold. Across the room, about 9 feet away, a chemical-coated screen is glowing and shimmering with a strange greenish light. This shouldn't be possible. The cardboard is blocking all the light. He turns off the tube. The glow disappears. He turns it back on. The glow returns. His heart is racing now. Either his equipment is malfunctioning, or he's witnessing something that has never been seen before. For the next 7 weeks, Wilhelm Röntgen barely leaves his laboratory. He eats in there. He sleeps in there. His wife Anna starts to worry. When she asks what he's doing, he tells her, "If people knew what I was working on, they would say, Röntgen must have gone mad." But Röntgen isn't mad. He's methodical. He discovers these mysterious rays can pass through paper, wood, and even aluminum. They can penetrate a closed wooden box and reveal the weights inside without opening it. They can pass through a closed door. He calls them X-rays because X means unknown in mathematics, and he has no idea what he's discovered. Then, on December 22nd, Röntgen asks his wife to help him with an experiment. Anna places her hand on a photographic plate. Wilhelm aims his X-ray tube at her hand and exposes the plate for several minutes. When he develops the photograph, they both stare at something no human has ever seen before. Anna's bones, her wedding ring, and almost nothing else. Anna gasps. "I have seen my death," she whispers. "It's eerie, ghostly, like looking at a skeleton that's somehow still alive." But Röntgen understands immediately what this means. For the first time in history, doctors could see inside the human body without having to cut it open. He publishes his findings on December 28, 1895. Along with his scientific paper, he sends out 90 reprints to physicists across Europe. But here's the brilliant part. 12 of those envelopes contain something extra: photographs, including that haunting image of his wife's hand. The world loses its mind. Within weeks, newspapers across Europe and America are running front-page stories about these miraculous rays. Some people think it's a hoax. Others are terrified, worried that these rays could allow people to see through walls and invade their privacy. One London company even advertises X-ray-proof underwear. But doctors understand the real miracle. Within 1 month of Röntgen's publication, hospitals were using X-rays to find bullets in wounded soldiers, to diagnose broken bones, and to locate tumors. A technology that's been in existence for only weeks is already saving lives. By January 1896, Röntgen was world famous. Scientists want to call them Röntgen rays in his honor. He refuses. He insists they remain X-rays because no one truly understands what they are yet. And here's where the story gets heartbreaking. Companies offer him fortunes to patent his discovery. He refuses every single one. "My discoveries belong to humanity," he says. He believes that medical advances should be accessible to everyone. In 1901, he became the first person ever to win the Nobel Prize in physics. He donates the entire prize money to his university. Think about that for a second. Röntgen invented something that's used millions of times every single day around the world. Airport security scanners, dental X-rays, CT scans, cancer treatments. All of it traces back to that November night in 1895. He could have been one of the wealthiest men in history. Instead, When Wilhelm Röntgen died in 1923, he was nearly bankrupt. World War I destroyed the German economy. His university pension became worthless. The man who saw inside the human body couldn't see how the world would fail to take care of him. But here's what they couldn't take from him. Every time a doctor finds a fracture before it gets worse. Every time a dentist catches a cavity early. Every time airport security keeps us safe. Every time a radiologist spots cancer while it's still treatable. That's Röntgen's legacy. Not in money, in millions of lives saved. The accidental discovery in a dark laboratory became one of the most important medical advances in human history. And it all started because one curious professor noticed a glow that shouldn't have been there and refused to ignore it. Röntgen could have become incredibly wealthy, but he chose to give his discovery to the world instead. Would you have made the same choice? Tell us in the comments. And if you love stories about accidental discoveries that changed everything, you've got to join the History Sparks community. Every single day, we're uncovering the moments that sparked our modern world, the accidents, the breakthroughs, and the people who put humanity before profit. Hit subscribe so you never miss a spark from history.